Good morning, everybody. Gvids here. We are back at the local river today. As you can see, the nasty blanket is still here. The tent pole that I cut my elbow on when I fell is still here as well, of course. So we're just going to launch this little chatterbait out a few times. If we don't get anything, we're just going to set up some good old catfish rigs and start smashing some kitties, hopefully. Let's just see what the day can do for us here. It is early morning. We got the beautiful reflections off the water. Unfortunately, this is the heart of the city here, and it is quite dirty. But it does make a really good spot for catfish fishing as well. But we're just going to toss this out here. I've caught everything from pike, bass, all different types of fish here. So I always like to cast a lure a few times and just see if we can nab anything real quick. Unfortunately, though, we didn't get anything on the lure, but holy shit, we got a beauty on the catfish rig. I just rigged her up, threw some chicken liver on, and bam, within about 10 minutes, we got ourselves a beauty fish. Holy! I absolutely love catfish fishing. They never let you down. Oh man, look at this thing. Oh, we're gonna tighten that drag up so the little Facebook police can not try to say, oh, he's got loose drag. No, these are just heavy fish and they like to pull when they run. That's what makes them one of my favorite fish to go for. They are a heavy fighter and they don't need 40 pounds to do so. A nice 5 to 10 pound fish is going to drag your line nicely. You know what? And you want to have a little drag on there too. You want to have fun with your fish out here. I'm just not going to drag him in like he's a log. That's no fun at all. I want to feel this fish fight and I want to give him a little chance to move. Holy. Now let's get this girl in here so we can get a little look at her. I'll probably try to show you guys the rig I'm using as well. I do have lots of videos with the rig in there, so if I can't remember if I actually took footage of my rig or not. You can kind of see it in the water. It's very basic. Just some floating beads with a floating peg, and I have a rattler at the end, and that's pretty much it. Some people can use leaders if you want. I personally don't like leaders. You do have to check them a little bit more often than not after you've caught a few fish, because I have lost a few fish after they've sandpapered the snot out of my monoline. So I just preferred straight braid when I do for catfishies. But again, that's all personal choice and personal preference. But catfish pretty much blind, so them checking line out or seeing line is very unlikely. So you really don't need to worry about that kind of thing when you're going for the kitty cats. There's the rig there, as you kind of see it. But like I said, I do have other videos out there. I'm just trying to get this fish up here without killing it. There we go. There's a bit of a hill here where I'm at fishing. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell on the camera there, but so there you see there, it's just some floating beads. And then we're using chicken liver. I'm actually using a Team U hook right now. I am trying to test these hooks out. I figured the river is probably the best place to do it. I normally am kind of against using them, and I'm going to tell you right now why. I don't feel they're going to snap with just catching a fish, but me trying to pry this hook out of this fish's mouth right now, I am bending the snot out of my hook, and it is no longer its proper shape. And I am not gill racking this fish. They have a bone right in between where their gills are, and I am not grabbing their gills. It's very similar when you grab it by the gill plate. There's a little bone underneath their chest there, or whatever you want to call it, and that's where I'm actually grabbing. But I'm going to give this fish a nice little revive there, and so the fishing police can, well, just piss right off. There we go, nice and healthy release. Let's rig up another rod here and toss her out. I did run out of worms, so we're just going to throw some chicken liver on this little hook, and holy shit, we got another fish on. I can only assume. Oh, she is going to be another kitty cat. I haven't caught too many other fish other than kitty cats off of chicken liver. I have actually caught a perch off chicken liver, which was kind of strange, and I also have caught sheep's head off chicken liver. Those are Yeah, I think those are the only kinds of fish so far I've actually crabbed off of chicken liver itself. But this fish is giving me a nice little fight here. This rod's not too big, it's just a little 6-footer. I've had it since I was, well, pretty much a young teenager, and it is probably one of my go-to rods. It comes with me every single time I go fishing. I don't know why. Even if I don't necessarily use it, I have multiple other rods, but this one always, always, always comes with me. And yeah, it's just one of my go-to rods. I absolutely love it. I've caught some gigantic fish off it, small fish, everything that you can shake a stick at. Oh, this hook was just a floating in there. Holy. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Let's get you in that water so you can grow nice and big like your brother I caught earlier. All right. Let's get him in there, and holy shit, we got another fish on. Holy. This is a great morning, guys. I'm not going to lie. I've only been here for maybe an hour, hour and a half, and we are just smashing fishies like no tomorrow. Oh, man. This is some chicken liver again on this hook. They are absolutely loving this chicken liver today. Now, it is actually kind of old. I've had it for about a week now. It has been in the fridge, though, because even just a few days out of the fridge, this stuff gets extremely rancid. And it gets, you know what, the fish will absolutely love it, but it gets very difficult for me to handle as it stinks real bad, of course, and I end up dry heaving every time I try to touch it. And that being said, too, it is chicken liver. It can build up bacteria. So if you are touching it with your hands and you end up touching your face or your eyes or something, you could pass something that you may not want to pass over to yourself. So I do actually have gloves with me. If I don't use gloves, which is usually the case, I don't usually use them very often, but I do have hand sanitizer, I have soap, and I also have some alcohol with me so I can wash my hands in between the use of the chicken liver so I don't accidentally give myself some pink eye or some weird stuff on my face or nose or ears or mouth or whatever it may be. But anyways, let's get this beautiful little kitty back in the water so she can grow like her brothers and sisters out there. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys do, or did, or whatever, make sure you guys do share, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Tight lines.